Namaskaram, everyone. In the previous narration, we saw how Krishna took leave of Kunti and the Pandavas and proceeded towards Dwaraka. Several months passed, and Yudhishthira had managed to get a semblance of peace in his mind when he devoted all his thoughts and all his time in governing the kingdom, especially after he had received all the wisdom from the great Pitamaha Bhishma. But at the back of his mind, there was still a feeling of guilt gnawing at his vitals. He could not get over the fact that he had caused the death of his cousins and his kinsmen. Vyasa came to him and told him that he would be cleansed of the sin, the dukkha, the papa if he performed the yaga by the name Ashwamedha. This suggestion was welcomed by everyone. Krishna came at the request of Yudhishthira and he too approved of the suggestion. Everyone was happy that Yudhishthira had something to keep himself busy with. This would keep him from brooding. Arjuna was particularly thrilled. It seemed ages since he had taken the Gandiva in his hand. His powerful arms were itching for fight. But Yudhishthira was against all unlawful fighting. He would not let them collect even the customary wealth, the tribute which vassal kings had to pay the emperor. If there is some other way in which I can acquire wealth, tell me, Krishna, and we will proceed with your plans, said Yudhishthira. Krishna thought for a while and sent his brothers to the north, where a king had performed a yajna previously and had left all the golden vessels and other necessary utensils there. They came back with immense wealth, and the yajna was performed 3 times by the king. Vyasa presided over the function, and Krishna was honored as the guest, as was the custom with the Pandavas. Krishna spent some time with them after the yajna, and when he went back to Dwaraka, he took Arjuna with him. Hari Om.